Alan Moore is a writer who's extremely popular and his works are very highly regarded. He has a massive body of work, so finding a good place to start may be difficult. Basically, all of his works stand on their own, so you can read from anywhere, but I'm going to give my personal favorites as recommendations. To start with, there's Watchmen, his most popular and famous work. It's extremely influential, and basically it's a superhero deconstruction, and it's got an amazing story, fascinating characters, and the artwork is meticulous, and overall it's got so much craft put into it, and it's, I think, perfect in basically every way. Next up is V for Vendetta, which is my personal favorite piece of dystopian fiction. I really enjoyed the story in it, and the artwork has a very good mood. I also recommend From Hell, which is probably Alan Moore's most underrated work. It's also an amazing collaboration. Eddie Campbell's art is so meticulous and works perfectly with the writing. It's an incredibly detailed piece of historical fiction with immense amounts of research put into it from both the writer and the artist. It's very much a horror comic, but it is frightening without exploitation. Some more recommendations, especially for superhero readers, are Batman: The Killing Joke, which is a very influential Batman story that's perfectly self-contained and uses a non-linear narrative very well. A little bit lighter is Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, which is a conclusion to the Silver Age version of Superman. It's probably Alan Moore's most nostalgic and reverential work. For a long-running series, I recommend Swamp Thing. It's a very unorthodox superhero, science fiction, horror combination, and I really enjoyed it, and the artwork really fits the mood. From what I've read, I don't really connect to Alan Moore's America's Best Comics works, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend them, but they are very accessible for new readers. If you've read a lot of Alan Moore comics, I would recommend reading Captain Britain, which is one of his earliest works, and it has DNA from future stories in it, so it's very interesting to read it and see which ideas he recycled for future comics. I haven't yet read Miracle Man, but I've heard lots of good things. There are plenty of Alan Moore short stories from DC and 2000 AD, which I do give a recommendation, but they aren't nearly as good as some of his longer works. I hope you found my video to be interesting and valuable, and thank you for watching.